Well, hello there, and welcome to week 6. Okay, so this will be the biggest portion of the course in your literature review draft. It is probably the longest portion of the paper that you will write and the one that's probably worth singularly by itself the most points. So this week you have a discussion board, you have video application to practice, and you have a rubric that I put here for the final paper. Now this week you will be putting in your draft lit review, and here is the rubric for it right here. So I kind of wanted to go over that with you. Hopefully by now you've obtained many articles, a minimum of 10, that you have looked at them. Are they valid? Are they reliable? Are they going to be applicable to my PICO question and to my practice? So you are going to submit a paper for this assignment with number 1, a title page with the name, the running head, and the page number on the right side of the paper. You will complete the corrections from your introduction. Please do not send me back a paper where these are not completed. And then you will include your literature review search method, what databases you searched, the terms you used for your search, and the criteria for article inclusion, such as, within the last 5 years, peer-reviewed English language, and any other items that you may think of. So the review of the literature contains a minimum of 10 peer-reviewed nursing research articles from the last 5 years on the issues associated with your PICO. And this is what I want to see. I do not want you to do one article after another saying Jones found that patient falls are reduced when there are more nurses' aides on the floor. They used a sample of this. They performed it that. This is not a critique of an article. You are summarizing the findings from this. And you're going to make the case for the importance of the contribution to the scholarly conversation. So more appropriate would be saying that Jones found that patients sustained fewer falls when there were 5 or more aides on a 30-bed hall, whereas Smith found that primary nursing care resulted in fewer falls. So you're going to compare and contrast. You're going to look at what's alike, what's different, and you're going to synthesize those. And remember, when you synthesize, you're deciding which studies to include and exclude. You're arranging them on the same or very similar interventions. And these are going to come out in your paper by themes or subtopics. When you do a paper, you will have a level 1 heading from the APA manual, and then you will have the literature review will be your level 1 heading, which is centered. Then you will have themes or subtopics. For example, if you were talking about nurse staffing, some of the themes or subtopics could be ratios, and you might have 5 or 6 articles about ratios, and then maybe another theme would be acuity, and you might have 5 or 6 findings from the research about staffing by acuity. And then you might have another one called nursing characteristics, where you talk about things you have found in the research literature that is staffing by experienced nurses, new grads, 4-year graduates, 2-year graduates, that sort of thing. So think about themes or subtopics, put your articles in them, and make it flow. All right. You're gonna look for both qualitative and quantitative articles from peer-reviewed nursing research no older than 5 years, and you want to compare and contrast the findings, and you want to note what was notable difference or when studies agreed or disagreed. You will include a reference page with all of your sources cited, and the reference page will not have any items on it that you did not cite in the body of the paper. Make sure that your reference page doesn't have an article that you read and found interesting, but that you did not credit or paraphrase material from in the body of the paper. I'm going to look for rules of grammar, APA, spelling, and word choice appropriate and professional, and the entire paper is formatted according to APA guidelines. All right, I hope this was helpful. Please feel free to contact me with any questions.